Ever since the Tesla boss Elon Musk, father of Doge, called the Dogefather, made it official that they will not be accepting payments in the form of Bitcoin, things have taken a huge turn. For some time, the news affected almost all cryptocurrencies. Many recovered very late, while some of them could recover easily. Though many call this to be very dangerous. Giving so much power to one person, others might just say that this is how the market in cryptocurrency works. Either way, let us get into it in a bit more detail. Welcome back to another video on XRP Lab. Today, we will be looking into XRP, and we think XRP could be the next potential target for Elon Musk. If this is something that you find interesting, make sure to leave us a like and also subscribe to this channel. Make sure you never miss out on anything by turning on the post notifications and leave us a comment on what you see in the next video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Elon Musk has gone against Bitcoin for the insane amount of energy being consumed by Bitcoin for a single transaction. While many call it to be false and completely pointless, we think this is not the case, because the technology used by Bitcoin really is very energy intensive. Elon Musk, in one of his very recent tweets, confirmed that they will now stop accepting payments in the form of Bitcoin for Tesla. This decision was taken due to the extreme amount of energy being used by the same in each transaction. The research also claims that the technology being used is called the proof of work, that demands the developers to solve complex mathematical equations and therefore be able to mine new coins each time the new coins are mined. The computer used for this is very often resource intensive and can even take up a huge amount of energy each time it is used for a process. This is what makes things even more costly in terms of electricity and other resources. The major hub for these processes are often the best places that provide electricity at a much cheaper rate. The best example here is China. However, the problem is that a huge amount of energy being used is from coal plants that produce a lot of pollution. Elon Musk is not one of those people who would like to become a contributing factor to the unsustainability of the same. Neither is he looking forward to selling off the holdings that the company has. He will be holding the coin till the time this problem is resolved and things get better and efficient. This means that the entire holding of Bitcoin that Elon Musk has will be kept within the wallet as they are. He also mentioned that he is looking for a coin that uses just 1% of the total amount of energy that Bitcoin uses. This is actually where things get better for other coins like that of XRP. In fact, XRP is the one coin that does exactly the same. Elon Musk clearly stated that he would be looking into other coins. Therefore, there is no doubt that he will look into the ones that fit into the criteria, like XRP. One of the major things that have been pulling back XRP was a lawsuit that have been going through. Once we're through with that, we will be able to see a lot more about the true potential that this coin has. This will be the time when we see a massive increase in the prices. We are certain that a person as genuine as Elon Musk would certainly notice something like this, and therefore this multiplies the chances of XRP to become one of the major things in the crypto world if it starts getting accepted by the Tesla boss and Dogefather Elon Musk. Now, many might even ask why Elon Musk, being the Dogefather, would adopt XRP for his beloved company. The answer for that is pretty straightforward and involves what we call experience. On paper, XRP has a bit more experience than that of Dogecoin, with the former coming into the market in 2012 and the latter in 2013. Apart from that, it is the technology and the other deals that have been going in its parent company. Ripple is one of the companies that have a huge experience with some of the biggest companies, including Microsoft. Though we saw XRP getting into a lawsuit against the SEC while things regarding the deal were taking place, Microsoft has continued to keep a belief in XRP and the technology they use to make their cryptocurrency work. XRP just uses 0.0079 kilowatt-hour for a single transaction, as has been reported by the TRG data centers. This list is followed by Dogecoin at 0.12 kilowatt-hour, Cardano 0.54 kilowatt-hour, Litecoin at 18.52 kilowatt-hour, Ethereum at 62.56 kilowatt-hour, and is topped out by Bitcoin at 707 kilowatt-hour. This is something very impressive for XRP considering the amount of energy being used throughout various other platforms. The comparison shows a wide disparity that takes XRP to a whole new level in terms of efficiency. As we mentioned, one of the very few things that have been bringing down the prices of XRP is the lawsuit. The factor on which the decision by Tesla will depend will be the lawsuit. There are high chances that if things add up in the right manner for XRP, we will see them being chosen as a coin that will be accepted for the payments in Tesla. This will boost the prices by a huge margin and will also be able to bring forth higher sustainability in the growth world of crypto markets. Tesla, being a company that itself is working on reducing the carbon emissions by electrifying the cars, will certainly not be the one that would like to go ahead with something as inefficient as Bitcoin. This is why we have seen such bold steps by Elon Musk. It will be imperative for Bitcoin to be able to stay up to date in terms of technology and ensure that it does not use a lot of these resources that are only available in a very limited quantity. In fact, almost a huge number of cryptocurrencies are at a very much lower energy consumption levels as compared to Bitcoin. As far as the lawsuits are concerned, we did see an agreement between the parties that stated the SEC was briefed on May 14th, while the individual briefing will be conducted only on June 4. This means that we still have some way to go till we see an end to the lawsuit. However, the time is not that far away. We already have noticed a stronger side in the hands of XRP, and the chances for them to come out successful are much higher than SEC being able to declare XRP as a security. Many might call this agreement could be something that could potentially settle the entire lawsuit. However, the chances of that happening are not that high. The chances for any crypto to create a significant difference in the world are always high. The key element that is required for this to accomplish is the right technology. One of the coins that have the right technology is the XRP. Through the very efficient and sustainable technology that it uses to reduce electricity usage and therefore reduce the carbon footprints on the Earth is one of the most important things that it could do to make a difference on this planet. Therefore, we will be seeing this coin being recognized a lot on various occasions. In fact, this could be one of the reasons why this coin is now engaged in such lawsuits. There are high chances that the development could also be so drastic that the coin could be able to create a very significant mark in the entire economy, completely doing away with the traditional systems for payments. Elon Musk, though he has been one of the key persons promoting cryptocurrencies and trying to make things much more digital, decided to take the step because of certain things that were impossible for him to avoid. XRP has a system that ensures that the energy consumption in each node is reduced to the bare minimum. This is what will help the entire organization complete things in a much efficient manner. Going by the numbers provided by the Global Energy Statistical Yearbook, China uses the maximum energy that goes all the way to 6,510 terawatt-hours. This list is then followed by the United States of America, but the difference here is nearly half of what is used by China, with just 3,865 terawatts-hour. Following the United States, we have India at 1,230 terawatts. This data will tell us about the concentration of energy use in certain countries, which is an alarming concern. We hope you guys liked this video. We certainly do believe that the energy crisis is something that must be taken very seriously, just the way Elon Musk has been communicating through his acts. Roughly speaking, the amount of energy being used by Bitcoin alone, multiplied by all transactions on a 24-hour basis, will see a number that could be equivalent to the total energy used by a small city. This tells us the alarm in the situation. Make sure to leave a like for this video and also comment on your views on the crisis we have in our hands. Also let us know, why do you think XRP will be a better choice for Tesla over Bitcoin and other coins? Apart from the efficiency, what is good about XRP according to you? Do you invest in XRP?